Hey, I have an idea. Since we're all practicing social distancing, how about watching more YouTube videos about backpacks? As many of you know, I'm a teacher, and I just spent most of the last 2 weeks helping my school to gear up for remote learning. I'm taking a time out from that process to bring you a video I've been looking forward to putting together for a couple of weeks, and that is the top 10 most desirable features in a crossover day pack. This is going to be fun. A few videos ago, I discussed 10 features that a crossover day pack must have in order for me to purchase and review it. You can go to that video if you follow the link over there. In this video, I take it to the next level and discuss the top 10 most desirable features in a crossover day pack. These are features that sweeten the deal and take a pack from being merely serviceable to being something really special. Know that I actually came up with about 20 such features, but since I don't want this video to go on and on forever, I did narrow it down to just the top 10. Let's go in reverse order and start with the least desirable of those desirable features. Okay, so number 10. And by the way, you'll notice that I will be pulling packs off of my wall here because a lot of these top 10 desirable features are in these packs that I have up here. And what I have here in front of me is the AirTech Pack. And what this has to offer is a spot for a 12.9-inch tablet. So it slides right in there, and keep in mind that this is not the place where you would put your file folders. That'd be this place in front of here. This is a padded pocket. You could put in an extra laptop if you wanted to, but this has a separate laptop compartment in the back here, so there's no need to. So what this allows for is for me to put in a full-size iPad Pro, a 12.9-incher, and I realize since that's not something that everybody has, most people have the smaller ones, that this can't be any higher than number 10. Okay, for number 9 is a hidden passport pocket. And this happens to be the Green Room 136. This is the Rainmaker 2.0. And the 2.1 is the guy right there. And both of these packs have this hidden area here, this pocket here. This is a space that is directly behind your back when you're wearing this thing. And you can put valuables in here like your passport, your wallet, etc. And it would be very hard for a pickpocketer to get access to this pocket without you knowing about it. There are going to be a couple zipper-related pieces here, and that's because zippers are really such essential things in terms of being able to get access to your packs, as well as to be able to secure any of the items that are inside of your pack. In this case, the number 8 most desirable feature here is having zipper tabs that are really easy to grab onto if you happen to have gloves or mittens on. And more important than that is that they actually don't make the jingly sound if they happen to be together. So in this case, if you take a look at this, this is called the Mountainsmith Explore Pack. Notice that there are no metal tabs here. It's just the paracord and the plastic tab or rubbery plastic tab that you would grab onto to open and close things. So when these things knock against each other, they don't make the sound like you're a dog running up to its owner. I certainly have talked about this pack before. This is the Osprey Radial 26. It's a great pack. A lot of these packs are great, but this one in particular is great in terms of the wire frame. So this is a small day pack, and yet it has an internal frame that would rival a full-size adventure pack that you would take out for a week. Okay, maybe not exactly, but it is certainly something that adds to the structure of this pack tremendously. It's a very stiff wire frame that makes this feel like when you're carrying loads, heavy loads, it actually makes it feel like the load is much lighter than it is because it hangs really well on your back. So having a thick frame sheet, and that would be something like you'd see in this Evergoods pack that has a really thick, beefy frame sheet, or having an internal wire frame like you see in this Osprey Radial, those things are super desirable. This is the Tortuga set-out divide, and it has an example of the next most desirable feature, and that is, if you take a look here, having a water bottle pocket that can actually, in a sense, hide against the side of the pack. And you'll see right here we have a water bottle pocket, and if you unzip it, it actually will open up and be that much, obviously, more usable. You can put a water bottle into here, but when you're not using it, zips up right against the side of the pack, and it doesn't stick out like elephant ears from the pack. So the next feature is a zipper related thing. And this, by the way, is the Peak Design Travel. What this has is zippers that are water guard zippers. And what I mean by that is if you look closely here, you'll see that they are not only reverse coil, but they also have sort of a rubberized or plastic coating that prevents water from getting in there easily. They're not fully waterproof, that's for sure, but they certainly add to an enormous level of water resistance here. So there you have it, the WaterGuard zipper. WaterGuard, I actually think, is the name, the registered trademark name that YKK associates with their zippers. So I don't know exactly what I'd call it, but weatherproof zippers is essentially what I'm looking for here. So this is the Timbuktu Uptown, I think. Terrible that I don't remember this off the top of my head, but this is a good example of having a chimney vent that goes right up the middle here, and it has thick padding on either side of this chimney vent. And what this really allows for is for perspiration to collect here and then vent out, up and out of there, so you don't get the sweaty back syndrome. In fact, there are packs that do an even better job of this than any of the packs that I have on this wall. For example, Deuter, they are actually awesome when it comes to having really thick foam on either side of the chimney vent here. And it does, the thicker the foam, the larger the vent, and so the better it does in terms of venting. I actually don't have an example of the next thing, and I'm a little bit embarrassed to say that that's the case. I will show an image here. This is the Boundary Supply AirTech Pack, and what you should know is that Boundary Supply and other bag manufacturers, all these folks subscribe to the Blue Sign textile manufacturing practices. And in this age of us needing to be really careful about resource consumption, I think this is really a great thing. I wish more pack manufacturers could adopt this. It really is all about sustainability, using recycled bits, but it's not only just in terms of the textiles that are used, but also in the practices that they use to manufacture the actual pack itself. Okay, so this here is the Mountain Smith Divide, and this is the #2 most desirable thing. I'm just not sure why more pack manufacturers don't include this feature when it's such a simple thing to do. And that is having a brightly colored interior. And notice here that bright yellow, you can't get much brighter than that, frankly. What it allows you to do is to, see into the newspaper there, to see down deep into your pack any little bit and piece that you might lose down in the dark recesses of your pack if it happens to be all black. Having it bright like this, the light reflects around inside of the pack and allows you to really see into those darker crevices of the pack. You don't lose things when you have a brightly colored interior. And I think it looks kind of cool too to have a bright colored interior. Obviously, that's probably what a lot of people don't like about bright colored interiors, is that it's shocking and it's obvious. So that's perhaps why the companies don't do the bright interiors, which I think is too bad. Functionally, it's well worth it from my perspective. Okay, so here it is, the #1 most desirable feature. This is kind of specific to me, but I think a lot of people would appreciate that. And that is having a quick access pocket right here, top and front, that's felt lined. The beauty of this is that you can put your sunglasses into here, have quick access to your sunglasses, and be sure that they're not going to get all scratched up when you put them in here. I think that is, especially for somebody like me who is a glasses wearer, I think it's super essential for me to be able to have that. In fact, it's very close to being one of the must-have options in a crossover day pack. So there you have it. Those are my top 10 most desirable features. I'd be interested to hear from all of you about what you think are your top 10. Obviously, I would expect that my top 10 don't perfectly match your top 10. So go ahead and tell me in the comments below what you think. And also, if you found this video even mildly interesting, please consider subscribing. It only takes a couple of calories for you to lean forward and click on right here. And if you're interested in my reviews of crossover day packs, go ahead and click right there. And most importantly, stay healthy in this time of COVID-19. Talk to you all soon.